Thank you, Tim. There is a lot of mystique surrounding the world of pearls, and Mary Olson Kelly has been grading, also selling pearls now for over a decade. She's just written a new book. It is called The Path of the Pearl, Discover Your Treasures Within. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So to begin with, how did this whole craze start with pearls?
Well, pearls have been popular since the beginning of time. So actually, I see it as kind of 4 different pearl crazes that we've been through. We're currently in one that started around the mid-90s, and I attribute a lot of that to Liz Taylor, because she came out with her new perfume called Black Pearl. And suddenly women all over the country who love Liz Taylor and have followed her career all their lives were wondering, what are these pearls? What are they? What is it? And we saw a surge in popularity and interest from American women.
Now, there is such a variety when it comes to pearls. You have some examples here of different shapes and colors. I'm wearing a beautiful strand right here.
Pearls, yes.
Tell us a little bit about the differences between the types and maybe criteria for grading them.
Sure. What you're wearing is a gorgeous strand of Tahitian black pearls, and as you can see, they're very large. They come from a very large oyster, and that's one reason they get so big. These come from an oyster that only grows in Tahiti, whereas something like this, if we can see, these are white pearls. The white pearls come from Japan. These are the pearls that most women are more familiar with. A lot of us are inheriting pearls from our mothers and grandmothers now, and they will be these white pearls from Japan. Mikimoto is a very famous producer of white pearls in Japan that people have heard of. So there are actually 72 different types of pearl-producing oysters, and each one produces a different-looking pearl. The most popular are these Japanese white pearls, the Tahitian black pearls like you're wearing, and then there are some gorgeous white, very large white pearls that come from Australia called South Sea white pearls that are very popular.
Are the light or the dark pearls, is one more valuable than the other?
Well, the black pearls are about 100 times more rare.
Okay.
And with pearls, it has rarity equals value. So
yeah. It's going to cost a little bit more. As
They
far
might.
as grading pearls, if someone's looking to shop for pearls, are there certain things they should look for?
There are. There are actually 6 criteria that are used to grade and evaluate pearls. The first of which is luster, and we can see here on these are extremely shiny. They have a very good sheen. That's excellent luster. The next thing you would look for is size. Size does matter with pearls.
This fits the bill, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of pearl is fit for a queen, so there you are. So size, luster, orient, shape, color, and surface perfection. Those are the 6 criteria that are used to grade pearls.
I notice here that you have some unique shapes as well. For instance, this one, I don't know if we can get a camera view of it. It's rounded on the top, and on the bottom it almost looks like a seashell. That's just the way it forms naturally, right?
It's just a natural shape, yeah. That's what's so great about these Tahitian pearls is that they come in beautiful natural shapes and natural colors. Even though they are cultured pearls, all pearls are cultured these days, which means that man introduces a little nucleus made out of shell. But still, when it comes to size, shape, and color, it's all up to Mother Nature.
Now, part of your book as well isn't to just talk about pearls, but you also talk about the symbolism between pearls and people.
Right, exactly. Working in the pearl stores for the last 14 years, I've had the honor of being surrounded by thousands of beautiful pearls, giving them a lot of thought, researching them. I've done a lot of studying about the mythology and the lore of pearls. And I became fascinated with the ways that the pearl is a metaphor for human life. Because what the pearl oyster does is, as it's eating, it filters thousands of gallons of water, and sometimes maybe a little crab or a little piece of rock or coral will get inside and lodge in that pearl's oyster, the oyster's body. But what it does is it takes that irritant and transforms it into something of great rarity and beauty, a pearl. And we, as human beings, do the same thing. We take challenges and adversity in our life, and we triumph over it.
And become stronger because of it.
And we make pearls in our lives.
There you go. And your book is available in most bookstores, right?
And so the book is about that. It has a lot of information about pearls, but it also takes it and relates it to human beings, too. And yes, it's in the stores here locally.
You can get a hold of it. I found many interesting facts about this. Like, I didn't know in the medieval times that the knights actually wore pearls onto the battlefields, things like that.
They wore them for protection.
Interesting.
They thought that it would protect them. Yes, the pearls have always had mystical, very mystical and spiritual associations.
Well, if you would like to get a hold of Mary Olson Kelly's book, once again, it is available at most bookstores. You can also get it through this website, beyondword.com, or read a little bit more about it. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
I have to give these back, I suppose.
I know. I'm sorry.
Still ahead in sports, the Oregon Golf Classic at the Shadow Hills Country Club wrapped up yesterday. Jeff Smith has highlights and interviews coming up. Tim will also take another look at your weather forecast. It is 6:21. We'll be right back.
NBC